Welcome back to the show. Now we're up to Brisbane, to the CBD there, and we've got Charles Tarbey from Century 21 with the other property numbers. Welcome, Charles.
No, thank you very much, Chris. I can't see you from here, so I don't know whether that's good for me or not, but I can hear John Edwards' dulcet tones, that's for sure.
Exactly, and he's saying there's potentially affordability problems starting to come back into the market.
It certainly is, but yeah, we really don't know at the end of the day. There's so many things going on in the real estate market in Australia, and I did hear John talk about the fact that why wouldn't you invest here, and we always talk about that because the stability of this country and the environment, the climate, everything about it. Why wouldn't you pay more for a property here? And I understand that our friend is back out talking about a bubble in real estate in Australia again, so each year that comes up. I think it must be writing a new book every year.
Yeah, no, I think he's got a new book and a new seminar as well.
Fine.
And
okay,
I guess you guys would say it a lot, because Century 21, is that the biggest real estate firm worldwide?
Look, it's the most recognised real estate brand on the planet, no question, and 7,000 plus offices and particularly in the Asia Pacific region, Chris. There are 3,000 offices from China down to New Zealand, so we get a good look at what's going on.
Well, let's jump into the auction clearance rates.
Sure. Look, they're nice and steady again. We had a clearance rate of 70.2% on a national basis. Well, this time last year it was 58.8%, so better result. Last year in January the market was starting to get a bit of a move, so you could see it happening. Sydney was a standout at 80.2% and Melbourne was at 69.2%, but the one that interested me the most was Adelaide at 70.4%. And we talked about Adelaide, we talked about their clearance rates all through last year. They've had a very good run, a very good run.
Sounds good. And the big question, as always, is there more property coming on the market?
Yeah, we've had 4 weeks in a row now. We were a plus 199% increase over the week before. So we've actually had a good run. There is definitely a lot more stock coming on the market. There are still buyers filling the void for that, but I do think that it's time to negotiate, a better time to negotiate now because of that extra stock. And it's the same in Auckland too. Auckland was up 2.7% in the amount of listings this week over last week. So from that point of view, the marketplaces are bringing in more property for sale.
Now, we'll move on to the rent price movement. I'm talking with clients quite often because when you suddenly get 50 or 100 grand's worth of growth in the price of the property, the rents don't catch up straight away. So even if they're rising, effectively it looks as if rents are going down.
Oh yes, your yield is going backwards, and I guess at the end of the day they should be grateful that there is capital gain, because that's one of the main reasons we do get into property investment, rental return and capital gain. But the market in the rental return area, Sydney is still sitting on 11.11%. It's been very steady for a while in terms of its increase from this time last year when I kept the records going then, and Melbourne is 7.23%. But Perth is still sitting there, I think it's 18.6 odd percent. The exact number escapes me right now, but it's certainly in the high 18s. And on an average, it's 12.4% across the country. Now, Perth has been one of those places that actually went flat like most of it. And if you look at the chart, you'll see the whole area flatlining, which isn't a bad thing. But there are more vacancies in Perth now than there certainly was 3 or 4 months ago.
Okay, and just finally, we've got about 15 seconds just for a quick update on the vacancy rates.
Yeah, certainly Sydney 2.37, Melbourne 3.42, and of course Perth at 4.42. So still in the mid-threes, Chris, and that's where it's been for a while in the vacancy rates. Not much happening there, so all good.
Wonderful. Thanks for the update. Enjoy your travels and look forward to seeing you in the studio next week.
Thank you very much, Chris.
And many